Now, since we were talking about young adults and our stuff, you guys know, this made me think of this because I was driving somewhere last week and I was not flying, it was one of those little side back roads somewhere in the West End area, and I came around a corner. I was doing about 45 or 50 because the speed limit's like 40, 45. I was doing about 45 or 50, and I came around a curve and ran smack dab into one of those lights flashing that says school. And I was like, school? And I was like, oh yeah, school. Put the brakes on, because I totally forgot school's back. And so just a reminder to be careful of that. But then I saw something online that I want to share with you guys, because the class of 2020, which is hard for us to imagine, but those kids going into high school, we have some families whose kids are going into high school this year. The class of 2020, I saw this online, and it says that they're experiencing a lot of things that we have never dealt with in our lives. They're dealing with a lot of stuff that you and I just never had to deal with when we were in high school, for those of us who are well past high school. Just a couple of examples. Cloning has always been a regular lab procedure for them. Right? When we were growing up, the thought of something being cloned was just a movie type thing. The United States has always been at war for them, for the class 2020. You and I growing up, there were times when the U.S. was at war, times when it wasn't. For them, ever since they've been able to think about it, the U.S. has always been at war. Bluetooth has always existed for them. For those of you that don't know what that is, just Google it. It has nothing to do with candy on your teeth. Also, they have always had TV and music on demand. Like, they have never had to wait until next week to go see a show, like you and I had to do. They could always just go stream an entire series of everything whenever they wanted. They disagree with parents about which was the first Star Wars episode. Yeah, they do, because for them, it's called episode 1. For us, it's called episode 4. Those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, just go Google it. Also, snowboarding has always been an Olympic sport for them. For you and I, when we were growing up, snowboarding was like something only the cool kids who were willing to break their necks did, because it just didn't happen, at least when I was growing up. And the last couple of things. Airline tickets have always been purchased online for them. Almost everything has always been purchased online for them. For you and I, it was a phone call or going to the airport. Ice cubes have always come from the fridge instead of a tray. They've never known a time, especially the metal ones. How many of you guys had the metal ones that you needed a degree to figure out how to crack that thing open? Yeah. And last thing is there has always been an eBay and an Amazon their entire life. And you and I grew up when eBay and Amazon was Walmart and the grocery store. That's it. That's all you had. And you had to go there. There was no online shopping. Yeah, there's just, so they're dealing with a lot of challenges that you and I, and these may not be challenges to you and I, but it's stuff to them because that's their life. That's their culture, digitally, socially, multimedia. It's the life they've known, and this wasn't in there, but you probably know this. When you and I grow up, the only people who saw our pictures were the ones that our parents showed them to. And there weren't a whole lot of our pictures. Kids are growing up now, pretty much, they have lived their entire life online because parents have taken pictures of them and they're posting them online, and then when they get of age to get a camera, they take pictures of themselves and post them online. I can't find a picture of me before high school. I think there's like one. My high school graduation picture, that's probably it. So be in prayer for this group of kids, for all the kids going back to school.